The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Glory to you, Lord. Each year, Jesus' parents went to Jerusalem for the feast of Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up according to the festival custom. After they had completed its days, as they were returning, the boy Jesus remained behind in Jerusalem, but his parents did not know it. Thinking that he was in the caravan, they journeyed for a day and looked for him among their relatives and acquaintances. But not finding him, they returned to Jerusalem to look for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were astounded at his understanding and his answers. When his parents saw him, they were astonished. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been looking for you with great anxiety." And he said to them, "Why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house?" But they did not understand what he said to them. He went down with them and came to Nazareth and was obedient to them. And his mother kept all these things in her heart. And Jesus advanced in wisdom and age and favor before God and man. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Friday, December 28th, just a couple days ago, within the octave of Christmas, the Catholic Church marked a celebration called the Feast of the Holy Innocents. Do we remember that part of the Nativity story? If you are a daily Mass person, you follow along with daily readings, you heard it on Friday. And what is the story of the Holy Innocents? We don't portray it here in the manger scene, but it is a part of the overall Nativity. King Herod, in his fury of being deceived by the Magi, we'll talk about the Magi next week with Epiphany. And King Herod, not wanting to have a rival king in his midst, ordered the killing of little baby boys up to 2 years of age. The church calls them the Holy Innocents. And again, not portrayed here, but they have a whole purpose in Jesus' birth story and the story of his entire life and all that he had to give. You heard this phrase before, if any of you watch war movies. "I'm going in. Give me some cover." You're going into the battle. You do need a little bit of cover. With these holy innocents, they didn't ask for it. They didn't know what was happening. But while they were being killed on the order of Herod, the Holy Family was able to escape off to Egypt. After the martyrdom of those babies, and we do call them saints, notice what happened. The search for the Christ was on the time that he was getting ready to be born. A lot of people were anticipating him. But then the search goes cold for a long time, 30 years. People stop searching until he gets baptized. And then that gets put on the radar again. So, why did these things happen? I always have a hard time with the Holy Innocents celebration there. But there is a purpose, God's salvation story. But anyways, today we heard the story of Jesus, the only recollection of his boyhood, 12 years old, spending extra time in the temple. And again, he got to live because they escaped. And both his mom and his dad were upset. And the word that we heard in the gospel was anxiety. Did you ever have your kid missing for a little while? I know with the phones you can stay on top of them little bit easier these days. But have you ever felt that anxiety hit your heart? Where is your child? And they had it for 3 days, not just for 3 hours. They searched for him, and they were like you. If you ever had your child missing, they were looking for their child. But Jesus essentially reminds them, being in the Father's house of the temple, I am the Christ. I'm not just your son. And I had to be about the business in the Father's house. And so with this full story of the Nativity, appreciate the full story. When those little ones sacrificed their lives, we call them saints and martyrs, that baby was spared the sword. But it was only so that he'd live long enough to offer himself on the cross. See how God's plans work from the very beginning all the way through to fulfillment. Back to the holy innocents, babies, Catholics. We in particular mark our calendar to celebrate the witnesses of babies who can't even comprehend things, but are witnesses to Christ, even though they're too young to comprehend. Notice about babies. They will absorb the marks of the beliefs of adults. Those holy innocents absorb the marks of Herod. And so I was thinking about this. Babies absorb. Children absorb so easily. That's why our Blazers are learning some good Latin, right? Because you're right for the absorbing of the foreign languages. Children absorb. Later on in life, we adults get hard. You know that feeling of getting hard in your heart and in your mind? You can't even learn anything no more? It's like the only thing that we adults can absorb well is medicine. Put it in us, it'll take effect. Or alcohol. We can absorb that, and it does work. Little ones absorb. We have diaper changing experts here, don't we? And again, with our great new bathroom, we even have a table if you need to change some diapers. We're going to have a baptism afterwards. So, anyways, I'm only planning on baptizing, no diaper changing. But anyways, it's not part of this priestly service. There are do's and don'ts with doing that. Don't leave the wet diaper on too long. You better wash your hands. And also, pat rather than rub. Otherwise, these babies will get their diaper rash. And if they get diaper rash, you get diaper rash in your whole household. They absorb all the treatment they get from adults. It's not just about abuse. But an image that some of us, if you've ever seen it with your own eyes, I still remember seeing it as a kid with one of my neighbor kids. It was just so strange, it didn't seem right. Other marks from adults. Bruises from adult angry hands on a kid. They can absorb that. Not the type that comes from play, but from angry, out of control adults. They didn't have any choice, they absorbed it. And I was thinking about it. What is the more common form of absorbing that kids get these days among us respectable folks? We're all respectable folks, who make a point of going to Mass. Anyways, children absorb, and they will, parental absence. This is one of your big battles, parents, and I know it's very, very hard to make time. But they will absorb parental absence. From their very time, they're dropped off in daycare. And then they wonder, what's happening? What's happening to me? And then they get used to it. And they absorb it until they're 18 years old. And it becomes normal. I think about that in terms of the first reading. Did you hear the emphasis, especially on obeying the Father? God sets a father in honor over his children. A mother's authority he confirms over her sons. But if parents are not around in any quality way, my question is, what fills the void for a child when they're looking for authoritative matters? What fills the void? What will they absorb if it's not family? And also, are we setting them up to not obey God's commandments because there is no mom or dad at all or around? we set up our kids not to fulfill the commandments? And Paul says this, put on love. Let the peace of Christ control your hearts. Be thankful. Sing with gratitude in your hearts to God. That's one thing we do collectively as a Catholic family, once a week at least. We Catholics want to be marked. That's one of the different things about us compared to other Christian brothers and sisters. We want to absorb something when we go to Mass. Being marked up is not always about rough treatment. Getting marked in the Catholic way starts when you make the sign of the cross with the holy water, and it leaves a little mark. Ash Wednesday is one of the most popular days of the year. I want this sign that I believe in to be on my body as a witness. I wish it could go deeper within me. I think that's what people think deep down when they come in here for the ashes. And for all of us today, what are we going to absorb? Hopefully the Word. But if you come up here and receive Holy Communion, they used to tell you, your old-timers here, you just have to put it on your tongue, and literally it will dissolve you. You can absorb the body of Christ. We want to be marked up with love, with marks of our faith. My question is this. You let me know if you find an answer. Just think about it. We can see marks of abuse and neglect in children. And we adults are actually asked to report that these days when we see it. In the same way, turn around. Can you see marks of love in your children? Can you see it in the same way? Or was only abuse obvious? Think about it. Let me know. We're marking our children by the priority of our values. A lot of values are good, but let's just reflect on the full picture of our values. Most of us have never laid hands on our kids violently. And in fact, these days, we're laying off our kids physically. My question is, have we laid off our kids too much? I'm not talking about treating them like spoiled brats. But I'm talking about giving the best of ourselves to our jobs or something other than the family. And one of my concerns is, as far as for the future of the church, giving the best of ourselves for our Catholic family. My concern is, 20 years from now, the church might just get scraps, literally left over. And that's not enough to sustain a family. Scraps. You know you can't pay bills with scraps. Nobody wants to come in a gathering around scraps. What are we giving the best to? Many of us push our kids to achieve the best grades possible. That's a beautiful thing. That's great. But do the Catholic marks mean anything? Do they? Perfect attendance. Literally, children receive rewards from their schools for perfect attendance. Does it matter here or not? And also, learning a trade. Not just a profession. It takes who knows how long. But learning a trade so you can go anywhere and survive. The trade of the Catholic faith that you use and is meaningful to. Do we encourage them to get good marks with learning the trade of the faith so they can survive themselves and the family? Paul said this, put on compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and above all, put on love. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly. We can do all of that, and it's best when we do it together. So we leave marks of God's love on and in our children. That's the future. I know not everybody can have kids here. I know not everybody has kids. But without family is no future. And community